action.
Hello, Mystic and Pose fabulous freaks. I am here to do a makeup tutorial because I don't really see a whole lot of tutorials featuring my style of makeup typically. There are your general types here and there, and then of course there's more, I guess, industrial aimed Manson-esque kinds of makeup tutorials and stuff like that, but it doesn't really seem like there's a whole lot that are like inspired by the Batcave era, aka Johnny Slud or Susie and the Banshees and stuff like that. The more femme goth kind of look that I go for. So I'm going to give you guys my best attempt at a tutorial and show you guys how I do my makeup. Let's get started, shall we?
Oh, you want me to zoom in on your face more?
Yes.
Okay. Thinking.
So, first thing you want to do, tie your hair back, because I'm a dumbass and I forgot to do that. Very important. You'll get hurt if you don't do this.
You know what's weird is that, like, you would think I would find them all over the house since you've moved in, but it's like when it comes to guys, they're less likely to be around. Even if they have long hair.
That's because we use them until they literally fall apart and they are useless, and we refuse to admit that they're useless. So much so that we'll actually tie them back together because it's just not something that we think about, I guess. I don't know.
Like that one that's all tied together, it just looks like shit. It doesn't even tie anymore.
We don't talk about that one, okay? It's been through a lot with me. It's my friend, faithful companion. Typically, it's good to moisturize your face before you put anything on. I'm sure there's lots of different products out there, but what I use is this, because this is what the lovely Mystic recommended to me, and I like it, and my skin likes it, so you don't need a whole lot. You just need to dot a few here and there. Alright, so the next step, you need your gigantic makeup bag that your girlfriend buys for you. If you're lucky enough to have one that does that for you. Primer. So this is like a pore filling substance. It just makes your foundation look a little more smooth. So if you are one of those people that get lots of like globbing basically and drying and cracking and stuff like that, this stuff is like wonderful. And you basically just apply it to your T-zone or areas where you have very large pores. I use Wet n Wild porcelain. Seems to kind of go with the paleness of my neck.
Wow!
Right?
Wow!
Right. Alright, so I use one of these brushes.
Fancy!
Yeah, it really seems to help save on the amount of foundation that I use. I used to use one of those little like foam dabbers, and I would be going through foundation like freaking crazy. And also, if you're one of those people that also has a problem with it globbing up and getting crusty, this will actually help you apply a smaller amount and will actually make your foundation go quite a bit further. So I highly recommend one of these brushes for that reason.
I'm just gonna, like, every makeup product you bring up, I'm gonna be like my grandma used to be, who always was like, "Who's it from? Say who it's from!"
Goddamn annoying Christmas episode. Your present from who gave it to you? Also, Mom and Dad. Thanks, Mom and Dad. That's right.
Is that a Midwestern thing or is that an all over thing?
I don't know. That's a question for our fabulous freaks. Is that a Midwestern thing, or is that from all over? Did your parents torment you with questions about who your presents are from? Alright, now that I'm looking nice and pale and dead, we go on to the next step. Be sure to wipe it up. You will regret it if you do not. This is very important, like the hairband. You will get hurt. Maybelline New York City Mini Palette has a very good and very pigmented black, and it also has a really good pigmented white in it as well. If you're looking to highlight your eyebrows. Highbright. We're just gonna highbright them now, okay? So if you're looking to highbright your eyebrows, this is actually a really good white to do that with. It's very bright.
It's good for light brights.
Wow, that sends me back. I learned to start with my eyebrows. If you're going to do anything to your eyebrows, I do not use a liquid pen or any kind of eyeliner or anything like that for my eyebrows. I use a pressed powder. So. These goddamn hairs, there's always some that don't want to cooperate. White that I was talking about to highbright. I'm going to do some shadowing. I'm going to use a little bit of a less pigmented black than the Urban Decay. And how I like to start is just kind of contouring this little space here and then moving inward very, very slowly and carefully. Now I'm going to add a little bit of purple. Now this is non-traditional, as in you probably would not get trad goth points for doing this, but who the hell gives a shit? It's all about self-expression. Don't let anybody box you in.
What eyeshadow you used it?
Yes, I forgot. This is the Magnifies Electric Violet edition of Rimmel London.
Rimmel.
Or Rimmel or whatever, I don't know. There is a little trick that I have learned. If you want to get more of a heavy, heavy color or a heavier application of your compressed powder eyeshadow or whatever, you can add a finishing spray to it, and it'll actually make it so you pick up more with a brush. already stressed.
Stree!
I have never done anything like this before, so yeah.
It's okay, you're doing great.
Badgering me behind the camera.
Yeah. Fun.
Alright, so this is the Urban Decay eyeliner, waterline, eye pencil, 24/7. Legend, I don't know what that means, but okay.
Legend. Means it's like really old makeup.
Yeah, legendary. Had to go into a dungeon to get it. Had to fight a dragon. A Goth dragon. Put one of those little thought bubbles over my head, thinking about Goth Dragon. He vomits Robert Smith's tears. Alright, so this is liquid eyeliner that I have not used in a hot minute now. So it's Palladio Liner Obsessed 2-in-1 ink liner marker. Everyone's gonna hate all of my videos. They're like, he's I was not ready for that, and I totally blinked. So, yeah, just like any other makeup artist, we all fuck up all the goddamn time, especially when it comes to eyeliner. So just because you don't get it right the first or the 15th time, don't give up. Just keep rolling with it. You'll get it right eventually.
Do your best.
Yeah. Do your best.
You can do it.
Do your best, you baby bats. So, yeah, that's gonna drive me absolutely fucking insane, but... Yay, I was able to rescue it. Rare for Q-tips and saliva. Disgusting, I know. But that's alright. Because I'm a guy or something.
Beautiful.
Alright, so I don't necessarily recommend this over any other liner or eyeliner. It's just, it has a felt tip on it, so it works kind of like a marker. But if you're anything like me, you like to put it on over the top of whatever you're wearing already. So it all collects up on the felt, and then it gets progressively more and more difficult to use. I don't know what you can do about that. I'm sure you can probably wash it or something, but I don't know. I'm not a professional. I'm just an amateur, so if you're gonna go this route, which I don't all the time, I just thought I would go ahead and give it a go this time because otherwise I'm in front of the mirror with one of the little brush tip ones for ages, trying to get my eyeliner just right. So I thought I'd go the quick route. But my recommendation is to use the brush if you're going to go that route, which I do recommend because you're going to get the most bang for your buck and it's not going to get gummed up. Put that on the top lid and then do pencil on the bottom. And it just makes life a lot easier. I promise. Like, do this. Save yourself the trouble. Because it's going to just flick everywhere otherwise. Don't use. Just put it back in there and then close the lid and you can make a mess because that's life. Time to do the lips. Ladies and gentlemen, and do the lips.
Lippy.
If you're anything like me, you didn't know what the hell you were doing at first whenever you first got into this. Lip liner is very important. And if you're like me, and you have a mustache or a beard, you gotta be real careful. And you probably shouldn't be trying to do this while you're talking.
What are you using?
I just said it already, it's NYX.
Oh, I wasn't listening. No. Yes. No. Yes. No.
And if you want to draw on your face or add any little extra flair like some bats or like a spider or whatever, what have you, you can do that. I do recommend that you use some sort of eyeliner for it. Liquid tends to be the best since it seems to set in the foundation better. I don't always do it, but sometimes I do. So we'll go ahead and do that for you guys, just so you get a demonstration. Alright, so this is Palladio 50/50 Cat Eye Liquid Liner, Smoky Cajal liner, I don't know. So, yeah, if you want to do something like that, that is how that's done. I recommend something like this, or perhaps a little bit smaller. I also recommend better lighting, and I also recommend not doing it from a compact. If you have a beard, you can also use eyeshadow to kind of dust in a little extra color or definition if you have kind of a thin line or whatever. I don't really see too many people out there doing it how I do it with the beard, but it is doable. Don't let people convince you that you can't pull off this look with a beard. And shadow in your beard a little bit, just kind of go along like the outside, the edge. And also, I almost forgot to, for your lips, you can continually reapply it, or if you don't mind having a little bit of a drier lip, you can use a finishing powder on that as well to set it in place. Or we can just do what we usually do, which is the finishing spray. You don't need to spray it on really thick, just like a quick little spritz, and you want it to dry typically before you open your eyes, because depending on the eyeshadow that you have, it will stick to your lids, and then you will get like the little blink marks, which sucks. So you can do that, and I recommend the use of a hairdryer as well. It helps significantly. That is pretty much all I have. That is how you do guy goth makeup if you want to go for the femme goth kind of look. And this is how I have been doing it generally for about 2-3 years now. That is it. Thank you for watching.